Welcome back. It is Wednesday, May 24th in the MLB. Our three favorite picks are on the way. I'm Austin, joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday, though. I wish I could speed past it. It was an 0-3 day. We've had a little bit of a cold streak here. The only saving grace was we did give out two Dinger Tuesday plays, and they both smacked, so we saw a ton of people tail that parlay. Hopefully you guys tailed it, made back some of your units, but let's talk about the three losers. Red Sox money line. They just couldn't get it done. Like, that offense is pretty ice cold. I think they heat up today, but they're ice cold right now. My Rangers, Pirates over 4.5. Oh, that's painful. 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position in the first 5 innings. Then the Rangers score 3 runs at the top of the 6th, which would have cashed it. And their no-run first inning, lost with 2 outs. We've had no luck on the Nerfies, but I promise you the no-run first innings are going to turn around. You have my word. And our picks are going to turn around too. We're going to get a little bit of luck coming our way. Either way, we're bouncing back today. We're having a 2-1 day, hopefully a 3-0 day. If you are new, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too, and go check out our parlay of the day. Top link in the description. Those I've lost the first 2 days, but we're going to hit probably today. But either way, Logan, you got another pick for the people today. What you got?
Yeah, I'm going right back to the scene of the crime, right? I had a late flight last night, so I did watch this Red Sox and Angels game, and I'm going to the over 9.5 runs, plus 100 odds on FanDuel. Now, during this cold streak, and I hate it just as much as you guys do, I've gotten away from the line reading. Today, I'm back on it, right? This is a classic line read. There's no way this line should be this high, especially after watching the Red Sox absolutely stink it up for 9 innings. I hated my life. I have bags under my eyes from what they did to me last night. And then I opened the sports book this morning, and I'm like, why the hell is this line at 9.5? That was abysmal offensively, even the last 2 games for the Red Sox. Tyler Anderson starts for the Angels. 5.27 ERA, 1.62 whip. Those are the numbers that we need for an over, right? Last time Anderson faced the Red Sox, he hosted batting practice as well. 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs. Final score of that one, Boston won that game 9-7. So at the end of the day, Boston has seen him before, and they've hit him before. And Boston 12th in batting average and 11th in OPS versus lefties. And Boston is hitting 289 versus lefties in the month of May, which I really do like. At the end of the day, I just think this Red Sox offense is too talented to be as bad as they were. Some of the swings they were getting on the balls last night were good swings. They were putting the ball in play. It just happened to be right at a defender. There was one hit, and I think it was in the 7th or 8th inning when Rafi Devers hit one right up the middle. 9 times out of 10, that's a base hit, but the Angels guy makes like a diving leap or diving infield stop, and naturally I was like, yep, that's about how that goes. So at the end of the day, I do think the tides will turn for this Red Sox offense because they've been a little bit cold, like my picks. But it's now or never against the starting pitcher that gives up a lot of hits and runs because Tyler Anderson and his little leg kick weirdo thing. They should be able to time that up, and they should be able to hit him. Now James Paxton starts for the Red Sox today. 2.45 ERA, 1.09 whip. Paxton only has a 2-game sample size, which what I've told you in baseball, the more sample size the pitcher gets, the more likely they are to get touched up. It's just how it works. Only a few starts in, those numbers do look good as far as, his performance. But at the end of the day, the Angels, 7th in batting average and 10th in OPS versus lefties. The Angels are hitting 273 during the month of May against left-handed pitchers. So you have 2 teams that are really all, both top 10 against left-handed pitchers, and they're both facing lefties today. I think the Angels definitely can get some hits and runs up on James Paxton. I mean, if you look at some of those hitters in the lineup, I think Moniak, he's swinging a red hot bat. There are some hitters in that Angels lineup that are swinging hot bats. I think they do get to him for some hits and runs. Now, at the late game, Angels 7th in bullpen ERA, Boston 13th in bullpen ERA. And I'm telling you right now, after 2 low-scoring games, these bullpens are due some, to give up some runs. There will be run opportunities late in this game. You can absolutely book that. So I am going to take the over 9.5 runs in this one. It might not be pretty. The last few games and some of these picks aren't pretty, but this one I just feel is an absolute winner. But Austin, what do you got for us today?
Yeah, very similar to you, Logan. I'm rooting for an over as well. Now, I do want to take a step back and say that a lot of books had your line at 9. If you want to take it at 9, you can take it for push potential, but 9 was like minus 120, so rather go to the plus 100. However, for me, it's kind of in the same case. You're going to get at 9 or 9.5. I'm personally going to 9 for a little bit of push potential because it's only minus 112 on FanDuel. Which game it is? I'm going to the Astros Brewers game and taking the over 9 runs. Now, this is an early start, 1:10 p.m. The Logan's pick starts like 9:30. Our no-run first inning's a pretty early start as well, so stay tuned for that. And while it isn't Dinger Tuesday today, I want to say there's going to be some home runs in this game. I'm expecting both these pitchers to come out here and give up some home runs. You look at an Astros offense, put up a big goose egg yesterday. 0 runs, 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. This is a team coming off the game prior. They scored 12 runs. So which version of the Astros do we get today? I think we get the version that scores runs. Now, it is worth noting Jose Altuve, not really sure if he's going to play. Would love if he did play, did exit yesterday. Dead said due to an injury. It ended up being an illness. Hopefully he's out there today because he's always the guy that's consistently on base and always puts pressure on the opposing pitcher, and he's always capable of stealing those bases. But either way, I'm confident that they get some runs up regardless of if Altuve is in the lineup or not. Now, Adrian Hauser, he's going to start for the Milwaukee Brewers. You look at his ERA, 3.07 ERA. However, his whip is a 1.50. Does not match. Those two numbers don't match. He's obviously been getting out of some tough jams, and he's coming off a great start. 6 innings pitched, only 4 hits, and 0 earned runs allowed versus the Tampa Bay Rays. And his previous 2 starts before that, because he only made 3 on the year, he allowed 2 and 3 earned runs in less than 5 innings pitched. So it's the guy putting a lot of base runners on base, except for that Rays game. And he's just been able to get out of these jams. However, the teams are eventually going to start hitting those guys on base and getting those guys around the bases and scoring some runs on him. I just think maybe that comes today with an over-under that was set to 10. Then you saw a lot of people hammer the under, which is why we're getting it around 9, 9.5. Now, you look at the Astros offense, been pretty good recently. 5th best batting average, 2nd best on-base percentage, 8th best OPS in the past 15 days. So it's an offense that's finally kind of turning around. We talked about it early on in the season when you saw the Astros really struggling. Their offense was down in the bottom of the metrics. We know how talented this offense is. And normally I like taking some Astros overs because it feels like once one guy gets it going on this team, the other guys start getting it going. You see this team turn into 3, 4, 5 run innings, which is awesome when you're taking overs. So I think the Astros are going to be able to get the Hauser, put up some more runs than they did yesterday. They're certainly not scoring 0 again. So I think the Astros have a good chance of getting their team total. But I also think the Brewers got their chance too, because you look at who's going to start for the Astros. It's going to be Brandon Bielak, and he's been all right this year. You look at his ERA, 2.89. You're like, this guy's really good. Then you look at his 1.77 ERA, another guy where his whip does not match his ERA. This is a guy that's due some regression and due to give up some earned runs. It feels like an accident waiting to happen, especially in his 2 road starts, which he's on the road again today. In his 2 road starts, 8 and 10 hits allowed. Now, he managed to get out of some tough jams, but that's just asking for a 4 or 5 earned run type performance. And that would be awesome if he did that today. And look, I'm not saying that Brandon Bielak gives up 5 earned runs, but he's going to do it one of these days. And hopefully we're right before, we're a game ahead of when he actually does. And hopefully today is that game, because he also has walked 2 or more batters in 3 of his 4 starts. And he's also allowed 1 or more earned run or home runs in 3 of his 4 starts. This is a Brewers offense that swings for the fences. They're 7th in homers at home, and they're much better against right-handed pitchers, which Bielak is a righty, than they are against lefties. So I look at the end of the day, this Brewers offense, if we get some guys on base, maybe via the walk or maybe some hits like Bielak's been giving up, we could see maybe a 2-3 run type home run, and that's awesome if we're taking an over here. Don't see Bielak going too far into this game. I think the Brewers get to him. Now, when you get to the bullpens, the Astros have a very solid bullpen. They haven't given up a lot more home runs than their ERA suggests, but I still think we're going to see some run opportunities for the Brewers against that Astros bullpen, and we've talked about this Brewers bullpen. It is liable for giving up runs too. So I think at the end of the day, we should see some run opportunities in all 9 innings. We're just asking for timely hits. Like yesterday, I can live with the Rangers-Pirates game that it took the over 4.5 in the first 5. Look, they had plenty of run opportunities, just didn't get them around. And I think that's the case today. We're going to see a lot of run opportunities. It's just whether or not we get those timely hits. Okay, I can't swing the bat for them. I can just ask that we get those chances and to see if they can captivate and just take advantage of them, which is all I'm asking for. Just asking for a little bit of luck here today. At the end of the day, the line opened at 10. Right now, 94% of the bets are on the under 9 runs, just because I think people are looking at the ERAs. You can't just look at ERAs. These whips are high. I think runs are coming today. Give me the over 9 runs in this one in the Astros-Brewers game. A reminder, it's an early start. But Logan, you know what time it is. Let's wave the flags. It's Nerfy Nation time. It feels like every time we get on a Nerfy streak, we followed up with a Nerfy losing streak. We're now sitting at 24-24 on the year. And I promise you, we're going to get onto a hot streak here soon. Yesterday's 2 at Buxton home run was just painful to watch. But today's going to be a good one, and we're starting with another early game at 105. We're going to Diamondbacks and Phillies and taking the no run first inning. Currently minus 115 on Bet365. Now, let's talk about Ranger Suarez. He's going to start for the Phillies, and honestly, looking at the line for this game altogether, and Logan can touch on this too, the fact that Ranger Suarez is in a pick'em against Zach Gallen, well, it kind of indicates I think Suarez pitches pretty decently. He is 2-0 on no run first innings this year, and the Diamondbacks are 27th in first inning runs. So Look, Suarez, I think, comes out here and pitches well. He has a 10 ERA. I think they're indicating he at least has pitched decently today. So Suarez can get me the first 3 outs. You can talk about Gallen now, Logan.
Yeah, Zach Allen, definitely a pitcher we can hopefully trust in the no-run first inning. Gallen 8-2 on no-run first innings this year. Really solid numbers for him. Phillies 7th and first inning runs. Sometimes they score in the first inning, sometimes they don't. I would certainly take my chances with Zach Allen taking that on this top half of the lineup because I just think he's the better option. He's really hard to see first time through the order as well. Over under set to 8.5. For what that matters, doesn't really matter to me. At the end of the day, Austin, I do agree with you. Ranger Suarez, the line does look like he has to put up a decent showing. I mean, are the Phillies really that bad? Are they really going to drop 3 in a row to the Diamondbacks at Philadelphia? I find that hard to believe. I do think he's in store for – he's a better pitcher than a 10 ERA guy, right? So at the end of the day, Nerfy Nation, I do really like this option. Hopefully we can cash a post-lunchtime Nerfy or late lunch Nerfy. 1 o'clock start time, get those bets in. Let's wave the flags.
Let's wave the flags. Let's go 3-0. We need a bounce back day in the worst way. But I'm feeling good about our picks. We're going to get some luck to go our ways, and we're going to get hot once again. We don't, we're not dumb. We gave out 2 home run picks. We just have not had any luck in terms of our regular game picks the past couple days. But it's going to turn around. It always does. So those are our 3 favorite picks of the day. And hopefully we go 3-0. If you want to check out our parlay of the day, it's on the screen as well. We're going to smack that too. We're going to have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you guys back in Thursday for some more picks. See you then. Peace.